Hello, my name is Gary King, and this is my presentation for Persuasive Speech. I'm going to be talking about jury nullification. So for an introduction, I want to start by quoting Carl Schurz, who said, "My country, right or wrong, when right to stand by her, when wrong to set her right again." It could be said that this is the patriotic duty of every American in regard to our country. It is especially true when we as citizens find ourselves in a situation where we have the power to correct a wrong. And I want to talk about a way that we can do this in three simple ways. One, jury nullification, which is a legally recognized power or jury power. Second is jury nullification operates as a check on government. And three is jury nullification continues to operate as a check on government even today. So jury nullification is a legally recognized jury power. It is in our Constitution. It is our Constitution that gave us the foundation that enables us to remain a democracy. The Constitution provides 5 separate tribunals with veto power. They are the representatives, the Senate, the executive, the judges, and the jury. Before a law gains the power to punish, that law must first pass the test of each constitutionally guaranteed authority. In 1993, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled in Sullivan versus Louisiana in a unanimous 9-0 vote, which never happens in the Supreme Court, that jury nullification was implied in the 5th and 6th Amendments of the Constitution. Thus, it became a constitutionally protected right of the jury. In the cases of the U.S. versus Dowdry, the judges said, if nullification occurs, the courts have reasoned that juries who nullify on their own initiative will be more likely to do so in the interest of correcting a particular severe injustice. And such nullification provides the legal system with a safety valve. So as juries exercise their right to nullify a ruling, which is essentially saying that we know what this person did was against the law, but the law is unjust, and therefore we're not going to punish that person for them. Although the courts do not encourage nullification by including it in their instructions to the jury, it is still within the jury's power to employ, and the court even recognized that at times it is a necessary check in order to preserve justice. This view is in agreement with the social contract. Let's talk about this other part, which is that jury nullification operates as a just check on government. Clearly, nullification allows the jury to ensure that generally enacted laws do not create injustice in their individual application. Neither legislators nor voters can anticipate every instance where a defendant's actions will be unlawful, yet not blameworthy. A jury nullification can employ the community's sense of values to determine the subtle and elusive boundary as it exists in individual cases. Thus, jury nullification operates as a just check on the legislative branch of government. And jury nullification continues as a just check today. When a jury acquits because the law is unconscionable, it is called jury nullification of the law, or in short, jury nullification. Jury nullification occurs in 3 to 4% of all criminal trials. Thus, we see that it is still happening today. The impact of this case is that we need this protection to ensure justice in the courts against oppressive laws. Quoting again, nothing cries out more for correction than dangerous laws passed recently under the disguise of the war on drugs and terrorism. Without meaning to amend the Constitution, various laws now allow for warrantless searches, confiscation of property without charging an owner with a crime, criminalizing the right to bear arms, and incarcerating of parents for resisting medical drugging of their children. Where is this leading? Despite legislative assurances that these new laws will never be aimed at innocent citizens, the facts prove otherwise. The new Patriot Act's definition of terrorism is so loose and dangerous as to place all critics of the government at serious risk of their liberty. This demonstrates that there is no oppression which the government may not authorize by law. This is why the Founding Fathers included the principle of jury nullification into our legal system, because we need it to protect us, the people, from the government that we empower when that government becomes unjust. Another unjust law of our day is that of the 3 felonies and you're sent to prison for life. My uncle was charged with a felony for just being with people throwing a snowball at a car. Imagine if that were to happen 3 times, you could go to prison for life. Although the judge may not have the power to change things for him and let him go, the jury would. They could be his last hope for freedom from an oppressive law. It is up to the juries to nullify and thus check the government from committing such wrongdoings. In conclusion, my country, right or wrong, when right to stand by her, when wrong to set her right again. This is the point of jury nullification. When the law is just, to uphold it. When its application would be unjust, to nullify and set things right again. This allows our court system to operate as our justice system. And if you would like to review the sources that I have gone over, they're in the works cited there. Thank you.